Ryan with Ms.Geek here, and today we're looking at the fourth video, I think, in the Experience by Experiments PCB variable capacitor experiment. And people have been making variable capacitors out of PCBs for a long time. Usually they're made with to be continuously variable by turning them, or doing something additive to get them closer together or further apart or whatever it might be. But we're actually looking at switching them out. And I was actually inspired by automatic antenna tuners that use relays to switch out capacitors. And I don't have one of those. I don't actually want one. I like building stuff from scratch if I can. And what better way to do it than this? So if you haven't checked out the previous videos, please do, because otherwise this probably won't make a lot of sense. So I split the variable capacitor into 4 plates. The top one has 4 sections, 3 of them identically sized, and the fourth larger, roughly about a third of the size of the whole PCB, and the other 2 plates, or other 3 plates, are just full plates. I didn't split those up at all. And the idea here is that by adding plates and adding sections of the top plate, which is the A plate, and the other B, C, D plates are stacked, A, B, C, D. So the idea here is that A and C and B and D can be the plates of a capacitor, and you'll get lots of capacitance out of it. So I wrote all that down as I showed in the last video, and I put it into this spreadsheet. And you can see I've got I've got 34 different combinations here, which isn't too bad considering. A lot of them were redundant combinations, like BA42 and BA24, same thing. So of course I didn't do those. At least I don't think I did, but I didn't. If I did, I didn't mean to. But there are a lot of things that are like BCA42 and BCA43. That's the B, C, and A plates with sections 4 and 3, which is the largest section, and one of the smaller sections of that plate. 41 and 42 are essentially the same size sections, and so the variance is very little. Some of them are only like almost identical. So what I'm going to do here is I got them in the sheet. I'm in Google Sheets, and I'm just going to sort the sheet from A to Z on the B column. And now I've got from lowest to highest. So I'll now analyze this a little bit and come back. All right, so I've done some analysis here, and you can see I've used some colors to just kind of separate things a bit. And all you have to do is highlight what you want to change and go to the fill color. And I just usually follow the progression of this line right here, and it always looks nice. And I was just making some notes here. So what I've done is I've simplified this quite a bit. By breaking it down to A1, 2, 3, and 4 and B, C, D, I was able to start seeing patterns visually. And what I noticed is that 2 and 3 were often used together. And so what I did is I favored values that used 2 and 3 together, which were often just a couple picofarads apart. And by doing that, I can now combine A2 and 3 and get rid of this altogether, this column. And now I can just combine those 2 pads, just put a solder bridge across them, and it's one less pad I have to switch. So instead of having 4 pads on top, I'll basically have 3. 4 sections, I should say. I'll have 3 sections because these are always used together. And so now I've got one less thing to switch. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 switches here. But the thing is B is always in. So that's now 5 switches. And that's really easy to do. 5 switches for all my combinations. I can basically eliminate B. I'm just going to hardwire that in. So I can take that out. And now I've got 5 switches, and A1 is going to be on its own switch, so I could turn it off and start at 0. And so if I just print this out and put it on my tuner, it shows me the progression, and I can flip this one and get the next step by flipping this one instead. and then all 3 of them, and then you can see the progression. It's really a clear pattern. So I think this is going to work. I'm going to try it, and I will report back with my results. And by the way, we're talking about experience by experiments. You can't figure this stuff out until you do it. You could theorize on it and say, okay, I could probably do that. Yeah, that would work. But you don't really know until you try it, because sometimes the things you think will work and that should work kind of don't work in the real world. And so by giving it a shot, doing this analysis, I was able to break it down into something simpler even. And then we got to try it, actually build the thing and see what happens. That's going to be the fun part. And that's what's next. So I think this will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to building this, and that'll be an upcoming project on another video. So thanks for watching. Sorry this one lasted longer than my usual 5 minutes. Trying to keep them short, but this stuff takes time. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Click the like button if you like the video. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.